What's up, guys? Back with another Mental Monday for you. This time, I don't want to say I'm gonna pick on somebody, but I'm gonna use them as a good example of something that I think a lot of people do wrong. And so that example is Austin Gomez. The guy's on Flow Wrestling talking about how he always goes into these huge deficits and then is elite level at coming back. Okay? Now, let's break this down. Obviously, the part where he comes back and beats people, that's fantastic. Huge, you would consider that a huge strength, right? Not a lot of people could do that. Obviously, it's something he's been doing for quite a few years, and so he's kind of okay with it. He's used to it. He's good with it, and he's good at it. Okay. But we could also say, hey, if he could not go down every match by 6 points, 8 points, 4 points, whatever it was, would he win all more matches? And I think the answer to that is yes. Okay? And so then where we take this is, okay, Austin Gomez, he's obviously having a lot of success. He's a really, really good wrestler. But where's Austin Gomez trying to go? My guess is that he's trying to go to a national title. Okay? And so is he going to beat a Daton Fix if he goes down by 4 or 6 points? Is he going to beat a Nick Suriano? Is he going to beat a Seth Gross? And I think the answer to that question is, well, maybe a couple times he might, but I think more often than not, the answer is going to be no. And so if he can go even with them and then he can use that strength late in matches, now he's going to win a lot of matches. Okay? And I know this story all too well because this story was me. I used to be that really early, especially my redshirt year, they're freestyle matches. And some of us, we're just not built for speed, right? I'm like a diesel engine. I'm built more for the long haul. And so I always, my entire life until I was about, I think 21 years old, I figured out how to start fast. Finally, it took me years and years and years and years of practice, but I finally figured out how to start fast. And I'll tell you what, when I started starting fast, I started winning a lot more matches. I started getting a lot more bonus points because instead of being down by, 4 and then scoring 8 and winning by 4, I would be even or up by 1 and score 8, and then I'd win by 9, right? Or they would get frustrated and I would pin them. And so this also led to me getting more and more and more bonus points. And so, I think the other really good topic this ties into, and it's something that I've talked about multiple times, is that some people, they want to rely on a certain strength, and I'm going to pick on myself again, actually. And, this was just more out of what happened, and then I figured out what it was, and then I was able to overcome it later, but using my scrambling to win matches. But the big thing I was missing was my basic defense. And so I have kids come to my scrambling camp all the time and say, well, I'm a great scrambler, I don't need to sprawl, I don't need to down block. That's dumb. Stop. Terrible mindset. Okay? So, and obviously, my first couple of years I lost all the time to Chris Pelton. Well, one of those things is because he always got on great leg attacks because my basic defense was very subpar. And so against everybody not named him, my scrambles were working. I was really good. I was a national runner-up 2 years in a row with terrible basic defense. And so once I started making an emphasis of that, once I started saying, I could have kept saying, well, I just need to be able to scramble, which obviously, gigantic asset, huge asset, okay? But once I was able to couple that with better basics, where my opponent was getting in on okay shots instead of great shots, or maybe instead of a good shot, it's a very average shot, okay? That led my scrambling to be much, much better. So the overarching message here is, and we kind of started with Austin Gomez, who I think is very good. Not trying to bag on him. I'm trying to help him here if he could listen to this message and learn how to start a little faster. And it's tough, man. It took me years and years and years to do that. He's going to end up winning more matches and being more successful. But kids get locked into what they're doing, especially when they're having some success, right? Obviously, you guys have probably heard the theory that good is the enemy of great, because if we're having some success, then that makes us not want to have changes because it's working most of the time. And so good can be the enemy of great if we allow it to be. And instead of just relying on what our strength is, like me with my scrambling shot defense, and I said, no, I don't want to just be good at this. I want to be great at this. So I need to add basic shot defense, where a lot of people at that point just say, I'm never going to be good at the basic shot defense. I'll just keep with my scrambling. Okay, and so it's important to figure out what in wrestling complements each other. And I'm not saying I did just basic shot defense and I didn't scramble. That's not what I'm saying at all. I figured out how to use the basic shot defense to complement my scrambling, to make my scrambling better, because I realized that was my strength. And so the overarching message, I tried to say this before, I got ADHD, I can't help it, got distracted, is that good can be the enemy of great, And we not only have to realize where we're weak, but we have to use those weaknesses to push towards our strengths to make us better than we already are. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope it made sense. Hopefully Austin Gomez listens. I think he's doing great, but I think he could be doing even better if he became a fast starter like it took me so many years to do. And you guys all have a great Monday.